And these sessions only including the theory things, and after that, after you reading that code labs and all, you have a quiz. You have a quiz. I will just show you one code lab. So you can see here, this is the code lab. Okay, just a second. Okay. So this is the chatbot. You can use this one for your help. So for the getting in details about this artificial intelligence, they are given the theory about here. You just read this theory. After they are asking the questions. This is already completed quiz, but here they are asking the questions. We have to answer those questions. So like this, in all the 5 sessions also, they are giving these things and having their quiz. Have to complete all these 5 sessions. Have to complete all these 5 sessions. I hope you understand now where the other 5 sessions will be there and all those who are asking for that one. So did you all done with these things? Okay. That champion badges, other one. These are the other code labs. Don't think that I completed the agent placer champion badge, so I completed all these things. So then we can move on to this Kotlin sessions. So now tell me which session should I repeat? Thirteen is a practice sessions. I already show you in yesterday's class. So 11 and 12. Okay, then. Okay, just give me a second. I will go through with that sessions. Priya RC, I didn't understand what your question is. Starting of the Android Studio coding session. The starting only in the session 2, we are completed the setup and doing our first app, building our first app. So that one you are asking. So many of them are asking for the 7, 8, or 9, 10, 11, 12. I will just so many of them are asking from the 3 to 5 or the 7, 8, 9, 10. So I just go with starting. In the setup, I will go with the starting. First thing, we have to install our Android Studio. Before that, we have to check our system requirements, right? So there is no alternative. If your system is not meet until these requirements, you have to update your system. Okay. So you have to update your system. So these are the requirements. You just go to this code lab and check these requirements, right? After that, and they're giving the instruction for all the Windows users, Mac users, and the Linux users. So for creating the project, after you download it, after you download your Android Studio, for create your project, you just click on this new project, and in the templates, select this phone and the tablet, empty activity, name your project. We created the first project as a greeting card. I hope you are all knowing these things. I'm just repeating the things for someone is asking for those things. Okay. You are giving the project name here. This is your package name. You don't need to give any package name. If you are giving this project name, automatically the package name is updated. And check this minimum SDK. Is it in the API 24? Always it is in the API 24. So click on finish. And after creating the project, you just wait for 2 minutes for the Gradle syncing. After the Gradle syncing, you can see in the screen in your Android page, in the right top corner, you can see 3 options. That middle one is of a split options. So when you click on that split option, you can see the preview page. In that preview page, it is only showing your UI design. It is not doing any functionalities and all. It is only showing your design, how it looks. If you want your app to be run and all, you have to do it in your emulator. So the preview page is only for looking how my UI is how my UI design is looking. Okay, there are three phases: project view, code, and the design view. Your Android Studio. And these are the project files and all. You just don't worry about these things. After that, for creating your greeting card page, you just look here. This on create is the starting point of your app. This is your main, the class is of main activity. We are giving a name it as a main activity. So this on create is your starting point, your starting point of your app. And in the set content, we are mentioning our app. Like we are describing our app here. So there are three things we are mainly looking on: that on create, set content, and that at composable. At composable is the annotations. So it will take the data and convert it into a text. So why we are using this annotation, composable annotation. So every time when we are calling the function, any function, if you are calling, you have to, before calling this function, you have to mention this composable annotation. Every time you have to mention this composable annotations. You can see here they are calling this greeting function. Before that, they are mentioning this annotation, composable annotations. So here they're just giving how to create the greeting card and all. I hope you are all already created. The creating, they're only giving the text message. We are just changing that greeting from 100 to hi, my name is some other name you can give. Otherwise, you just give an 100 also. So the output will be seen like this. For changing the background color, for changing the background color, for we are only displaying the text, right? So for that, you just click on this bulb option. You can see this bulb option, right? So click on this one and select for surround with widget, and after that select for the surround with container. Surround with container. So the box text will be appear. Erase that box type text. Give it as a surface. We are not only changing the color for only the box. We are changing the color for whole surface. Whole surface we are changing the color, so that's why we change it as a surface. And give the color name and all. You have to import the coloring. After that, you can see the changing of color. So the next is of add the padding. The padding is of just for spaces from texting messages and all. We are just adding the space. So this is just an giving the space for the text. Add the padding is the giving spaces to the text. So this is all this first project we are creating. We are creating this our first Android app here. So this is the solution code. So for running your app in the emulator, they're given one video for that one. Why we run this and how to set up this emulator and all. They're giving the YouTube video. You just go and watch it. Otherwise, they're given the steps also. In the device manager, just you created the virtual devices. So this emulator is an Android virtual device. If you're connected your phone or some other device, is the external devices. You can run your app anywhere in your external devices also or in your virtual devices also. Better you use this virtual device like an emulator, you just use that one. If it is emulator is not working and all other some issues will be there, you just connect to your Android devices and run your apps. And so many of them are saying that while running in the emulator, you are saying that some SDKs are missing. I'm not getting output in the emulator. So those issues will be there. For SDK missing or related to SDKs issues, you have to check all the files will be installed in your Android Studio or not. In your tools, go to this SDK manager. In that, some files are you have to install. One is of in a SDK platform, you have to download this Android 14.0 and also the Android 16. And in the SDK tool, some 5 options you have to download. The emulator, hypervisor, driver, and other things you have to download. Those options are installed only your emulator is working. Otherwise, you can't run your emulator. You are all know that, right? Where this SDK's options you have to see. So did you all know that in the Android Studio, where this SDKs, platforms, and SDK tools will be the options will be installed or not? If you are not answering anything, I will just move on that one. After when your project, you only face any issues for that. Again, you come and tell me that, ma'am, the emulator is not working. We are that one. So just give me a second. So for creating this emulator, you have to download the pixels. Whichever the pixel you just choose, don't stick on with the pixel 6 or 7. You can see so many options in the pixels, right? So you just use any other pixels to do these things. So this is how you have you are run your app in your emulator. So we just So the session 11 are so many of them are confusing. I'll just move on this one. So in this session, so many of them are confusing how to get the starter code, right? That's correct, right? In the session 11, you are getting an error in the starter code. So the thing is, when you click on the starter code URL or the link, so it will take you to the GitHub page. You just download that file. When you click on the code button, there is one button, right? Code. In that, you can see the option as a download zip. Download zip. You can see that option. You just download that file, and after downloading, it will be a zip file. So you have to extract all the data. Right click on this downloaded zip file and extract all. So it will open in the new folder. It will open in the new folder. After that, you just go to your Android Studio. Go to your Android Studio. In that, go to that main menu. Click on that file. Go to the main menu. Click on the file. In that, the second option is of open. You click on that open. So it will take you to that downloaded files options. Select that extracted file. The new folder is open, right? So in that, open that folder. Inside that folder, you have to select the app. Inside the folder, you have to select the app folder. Then only you just click on select folder. Don't directly select that basic Kotlin, some other names will be there, right? Don't directly select that folder. Open that folder, basic Kotlin, open that folder. In that folder only you have to select the app. You have to select that app. So then in your Android Studio, that main activity will be open. So it is taking time for Gradle syncing. It is taking time for the Gradle syncing. After the Gradle syncing, you just create your new package and continue these steps. Continue these steps. Is that understand how to get your starter code into your Android Studio? I will just repeat once again. In your and after downloading and extracting this folder and all, in your Android Studio, go to that main menu in the left corner. In the left top corner, you can see that main menu, right? So in that, go to that file, select further open option. So it will take you to the file explorer or the downloaded files. You extracted a new folder, right? So open that folder. Don't directly select that extracted new folder. Open that folder. In that, select this app. There are some inside subfolders will be there. In the subfolders, you just select that app folder. So your main activity code will be there in the Android Studio when you open that one. Just wait for some time for gradual thinking. After that, you just continue with the instruction given in the code lab. I hope you are able to follow these instructions and all. You're only in the session 11, you're confusing how to get this one, right? If your confusion is resolved, you just give me a thumbs up. And in the 10th session, this is the 10th session is of theory. In the 10th session, they are having the higher order functions with the collections. There are 6 higher order functions. I will just go through it. Yes. So I can't do the session 11 fully in my Android Studio and all because I'm managing some other meetings also. So it is difficult to share my Android Studio screen. So I'm just telling the steps how to do that one. So the higher order functions are the for each, map, filter, group by, fold, sorted by. So these are the 6 higher order functions. And there only they are given why we are using those things. And I already taken that class also. I'm not giving that session 10 has an task, right? Session here. And about the session 8, someone is asking for the session 8. So in the session 8, they're only given as an brief details about the automated test. So you have to write in tester code, like a code for testing your app. For testing this app, you have to build first the tip calculator. You have to build the tip calculator. And after that only you can test your app. How to write in tester code. And you have get this output. So there are 2 types of automated testing. One is of local test and one is of instrumentation test. One is of local test and another one is of instrumentation test. you have to test with these two types. Not only one type, you have to test with these two types for your understanding. So, is there any other sessions? Like theory sessions are you only try to understand that one, because in the internet are some other ways, other tools. You can just search it there, and you can briefly understand about the topics. If you are facing any issues in the steps, how to do these things and all, we can tell you that one. So, is there any other sessions? And the session 13, 11, 12 are the continuation sessions. So based on the 11, 12, what you learn in those sessions only, you just make the session 13 practice sessions is there, right? How to build some apps. So based on the knowledge about these two sessions, you only created the apps. And yesterday I already show you that one, the superheroes are what I have built. So is there any other sessions to repeat or some any other doubts? You just ask me any doubts about the sessions. In the code lab only, they are giving the starter code also, and also the solution code also they are given. If you're confusing about that code, you just go through with the solution code and check and resolve your errors. You have so many ways to resolve your issues and all, but you are not trying to do that. Okay, so no one is asking any other things and all. We will wind up here. Thank you, Ananda. Thanks for joining. See you on tomorrow's sessions. And about the AADK task, I am telling that one, you have to create some report about that particular session. So now you just imagine that when you are doing that session 2 AADK task, you just making some report about that session 2. Make some report, and there is an option, right? Add and attach file, some other things. You just attach that file, that report file, and get it and submit. And about the percentage task submission and resetting the task. Don't bother about these things. I will tell you. In the past 2 days, I am telling these things. I will tell you the solution for that. You just don't bother about that thing. If you have submitted your task, that's fine. If you are already completed your task, it is fine. Don't bother about this percentage and all. So until here, you have to complete. So you just see until Sunday, you have a time for completing all these sessions, tasks, labs, AADK task and all. And from Monday onwards, you have other some code labs like not in the LMS, the extra code labs or some other things will be there. So we are starting the another phase. So we are ending at in the platform. we are starting the another phase. So until Sunday, you have a time. Complete your all the sessions, all the tasks, labs, ADK tasks, or assessments. Complete all these things. I hope you are understanding that well. So thank you, Anandal. Thanks for joining. We will see you on tomorrow's sessions.